God damn. Oh, hey, whoa. Hello. Welcome to Mirror Domains. Movie news. Casual show for Wednesday, guys. Wednesday, December 20th. Happy birthday to my nephew out there. That's pretty much all I want to say. Guys, this is going to be a casual show. It's going to be a little bit shorter than usual. Though we talk about some of the trending movie news headlines of the day, including Jason Momoa. Is he going to be Lobo or isn't he? Some people thought, well, that's confirmed because he went in and he met with James Gunn and they gave him good news, right? Because James Gunn's rebooting the universe, and he came out of a meeting like a year ago all hyped up and jazzed up and like screaming and yelling, overjoyed with excitement. And Jason Momoa, and we all thought that he was going to be playing Lobo for DC. So what's going on here with this headline from Joe Blow? With the release of Aquaman and Lost Kingdom just days away, while tomorrow isn't looking to be swimming to any record numbers. Yeah, we kind of collectively as online pundits, movie pundits and stuff, and fans, we've kind of braced ourselves for the fact that it's probably not going to be good, but us diehard fans will still go out and see it. Aquaman 2, right? Sink or swim at the Christmas box office. And I'm scheduled to see it at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So I should have my straight out of the theater reaction up tomorrow. Hopefully. I'll have to run out and do some things tomorrow. So it's going to be busy here, guys. It's busy here for the next week and a half. So next week's schedule is going to be all over the place too. So, hey, it is what it is. The big thing about Aquaman, though, is that while we are all braced for it to be terrible, I guess so are the studio heads over at WB, right? The review embargo. Guys, this movie comes out in 24 hours. I'll be seeing it in 24 hours. No reviews up. What's going on here? Now, I've been told that some people don't even know that this movie's coming out tomorrow. What's happening here? We got critics' reviews. Let's just take two of them. The neon-colored addition to the DC superhero world fills the need for stories that are uncomplicated and packed with action instead of backstory. All right. Somebody who didn't like it, since James Wan comes from horror, the suspense scenes should be the best, but they're not. And for all the people, Amber Heard haters out there, apparently she does have a fairly substantial role in the film, even though they've been hiding her in the marketing, which is understandable. But you know what? They fought for her. Jason Momoa went to bat for her to be in the script, or to be in this next one. And actually, so did Elon Musk. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know what Musk was doing. How he should have any clout in it, I don't know. This will be the final version, though, of Aquaman that we will see, of this version of Aquaman. Maybe somewhere many years down the road, we'll see an Crisis of Infinite Earths and he'll come back. But yeah. And it will be number one at the box office. No doubt about that. This weekend. Because you have on Christmas Day, you'll have Color Purple opening up, but you also got Poor Things opening up, and you have Migration opening up. That's 4 films opening up this weekend, guys. And I think Aquaman 2 will swim to the top. No, James, I feel disgusting even saying that. Yeah, it is what it is. So, Jason Momoa calls Lobo the perfect DC role, further fuels recasting speculation. Will he play? Yeah, so some people are saying that, yeah, he's going to be playing Lobo. Some people are saying that it may not be solidified just yet. So Lobo, I used to collect the comics. He says I don't do so much anymore because he was always my favorite. I've always wanted to play Lobo because I'm like, hello, I'm pretty perfect. It's the perfect role. I mean, listen, if they call me and ask me to play, it's F yeah. All right. So ask me to audition. I'm there. So yeah, he's on board with Momoa's on board with it. It's just have they've been doing the late night rounds. Has Patrick Wilson and Momoa been have they been on the late night shows? Yeah, I don't know. But there seems to be some kind of dubious report that perhaps suggests it may not. Who would have made a better movie? Chad Aquaman is boring and lame. What? What? Doesn't make sense. Thought he was playing Lobo. So yeah, he thought that he was. Everybody thought that he was, and he probably still probably is. The thing is that this is part of the problem with what's going on in the comic book movie universe right now in theatrical releases. Lobo is not a main character, guys. And as much as that hurts for you to hear that from me, people want Superman, Batman, yes, Aquaman. They want Iron Man, Captain America. We don't want these these second tier. Well, I guess he's a villain, but he's not even like second tier. Like Joker is like would be top tier villain, right? Who would be second tier? Mr. Freeze. So it's kind of like, well, how far down the like what is Lobo? Nobody really knows, right? Except for the hardcore fans. Like casual fans have no idea who that is. So why would you make a movie about it? He could just show up in the universe as that role, and I think that's the way they have to go. Stop with these. Well, we can't have Lobo in the movie until we make an establishing movie with him first. Kind of like what Sony's doing with Madame Web and Craven the Hunter and Morbius. It's kind of like, what are you doing? They're not heroes. They're not anti-heroes. They're villains. For God's sakes. Anyway, Lobo villain, yes. Right? And yes, it would be kind of cool to see him tee up with Superman, but hey, and yes, he's got the hair. I think that's mostly what most people associate. I'm sure they fashioned his visage somewhat after Momoa, but whatever. He's got the physique for it as well. I'd like to see it happen. All right, let's move on from Aquaman because I want to talk about something that I'm actually excited to see. Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2 set photo teases a rematch between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. They were definitely the best part of that Mortal Kombat reboot that we got. And we got our first image here, huh? From Todd Garner. Is that it? It's just the spearhead of his chain, right? That goes out and says, "Get over here." So they're back shooting it. It's probably going to come out this year, which is good because it's taken too long. The script for the third one should be done too. I don't understand this. Just commission writers to make you scripts for episode 2 and for installments 2 and 3. We don't have to. Why should we have to wait years for them to develop the third script? Hollywood's backwards when it comes to these things. What's this about Katana? Can't wait to see Princess Katana, War Steel fan in the new movie. Well, we don't know if she's going to be using that unless you got some inside information. But I am looking forward to Katana. I don't know how they're going to explain Melina getting back to life, but that's what I liked about them. About the mythos of Mortal Kombat. You got all these people in it that you can focus in on just one of them sometimes. Not for the entire movie, but like you can just, okay, we're going with Johnny for a little bit. Okay, we're learning a little bit more about Lou in this one. In this part of the movie, I mean, right? Like the first movie did a really good job of doing that. Okay, it's mostly starting off with Lou, but then we get Johnny Cage's introduction, right? We get Sonya's introduction, and they all come together on the island kind of thing on the boat ride out there. So I like they can do that. I don't know. Anyway, just a quick little tease, not that much. Yeah, I'm sensing that people are saying that perhaps we'll get like a teaser for this soon. You can see the bars there for where the camera would cut the frame down. Yeah. Mortal Kombat. Got a release date here. I don't know. Screenwriter Jeremy Slater from Moon Knight. Carl Urban is going to be our, of course, our Johnny Cage. There he is right there. An older Johnny Cage. There's Luke Kang. I think that's the person that's playing Katana. Jax, and I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who he would be playing. But yeah, looking forward to it. Just because I like the Mortal Kombat. They just haven't been able to crack it yet. As much as they had some really cool ideas in the first Mortal Kombat reboot, they didn't have the tournament. It was kind of like, it felt like an Elseworlds Mortal Kombat. They still haven't been able to crack that code yet. I know it's tough because there's so many characters, but there's a way to do it. Tournament style. There is. Anyway, we'll have to see. Next, Crow reboot. Crow is getting a 4K. Oh no, it's not the reboot. The Crow is getting a 4K upgrade as it heads to Paramount Plus. Oh, it's going to be on Paramount Plus. Ugh. Eesh. All right. Well, good. I want to see a 4K update on this, and it's going to be probably just in time for, you know what? If they put this movie out just as the reboot comes out with Bill Skarsgård as the Crow, I don't know if it's going to do it justice or harm. Because from what I understand, he doesn't wear the makeup in the reboot. Which is just stupid. For God's sakes, what are you doing? You don't understand that. Yeah, you haven't seen it yet, James. You don't know that. Well, we'll have to see. I haven't seen it in forever, 15 years, because I get misty eyes. What a shame and a waste of the world. Yeah, talking about Brandon Lee's passing. How about a 4K ray of the movie? Better yet, not give the remake rights to Paramount. So some people out there are already a little bit worried about it. The Crow fans, they know what I'm talking about. He's going to be some kind of drug addict or something that tries to live life straight or something like that and has trouble doing so. I don't know what the heck they're doing. And if it crashes and if it bombs, then it bombs, right? It is what it is. Some things you just kind of have to let go. We still got the Brandon Lee Crow. And we're going to get a 4K version of it. So even if the reboot sucks, we still got our original film. Next, John Boyega has already given his reaction to possibly replacing Jonathan Majors as King. Yeah, because of the big storyline this week of Jonathan Majors getting dropped by Marvel and the MCU. People have been like, well, are you going to continue on with King? Who's going to be recast? We put up a couple of picks. John Boyega, he'd be okay, I think. What did he say, though? A fan asked John Boyega to take over as King, and he says he's not interested. What the heck is that? Is that Jamie Foxx? Instagram user 24. Can we get what? Oh no, that's oh my God. That's Denzel Washington as Kang? Well, he could play it for sure, but I mean, I think they'll just cast somebody else, and it's obviously not going to be Boyega, but they'll give somebody else a crack at it. If they still want to go with the Kang route, just say that, you know, those were kind of like the weaker versions of Kang. That's why he was defeated by Ant-Man. That's why he was defeated by the TVA, because those weren't the real, that wasn't the real powerful one, right? That's the way that I would play it. Talking about that, is Loki Season 2 still going to be canon after Jonathan Majors Kang's exit? I never watched it, Loki Season 2. But James, it was the best thing the MCU's done in years. Has it? Is it? Was it? I don't know. Guys, I sat through She-Hulk, and I enjoyed it. I sat through WandaVision, and I loved it. And so did most people. Now, I sat through Secret Invasion, and I liked it. I liked Secret Invasion. Nobody else did. I didn't sit through Miss Marvel when it first came out, But then I sat down and watched it, and I kind of liked it. I watched 4 episodes of Loki season 1, and after the fake death, everybody knows this, I was kind of like, he's not dead. Stop teasing that. Anyway, I couldn't finish watching it after that, so I didn't get to see the episodes where he meets other variants of Loki, because I was just kind of like, where's this going? What are you doing with this? He's dead. Yes. I thought this was supposed to be like a series of him accepting his death. And I don't know what they're doing. So it's kind of like, I'm not interested. So I don't care if it's canon or not. And I think that'll be the sentiment of a lot of people out there too. My friend in the live chat says, hey, how's it going? We're just talking a few movie news headlines here. Next. Nutcrackers. Nutcrackers. Ben Stiller to star in in David Gordon Green directed feature about discovering family. At first glance, this headline appears fairly harmless. Unfortunately for us movie aficionados, the name David Gordon Green does not stick well for us, because unfortunately he was responsible for one of the worst horror movies of the year, The Exorcist Believer. Guys, you know how harsh I've been on that movie. And then, of course, he did Halloween Ends and Halloween Kills, and the Halloween 2018, which some people do give it a break for, but Exorcist Believer. He skated by on brand recognition movies. Michael Myers saved those movies just because he was in it. The movies were terrible. Halloween Ends, I don't know what the heck you were doing. And I will not apologize for saying that I don't like it. Exorcist Believer, I was going into it with high hopes, man. It's terrible. Again, it rode on the brand recognition, Exorcist. I came out of it saying that's not a good film. All the critics came out of it saying that's not a good film. But it still made money. And it made enough money to say that we're going to make more. David Gordon Green's been skating by the skin of his teeth on this. Now, has he made other films that people liked stronger? Pineapple Express? Maybe. I'll tell you this, and I'll concede this. He appears to be able to drive the machine, the big machine of making movies in Hollywood. It's just his films are not good. Now, maybe it will be interesting to see him go back to material that's not, based on any other kind of source material or franchise that we are familiar with. Working with Ben Stiller, who's also a actor-director, could be interesting. So what's this about? Let's see if we can get a synopsis here. Family film Nutcrackers. A story about discovering a family. Okay. Production is underway in Ohio. Synopsis, please. The story focuses on the work-obsessed Mike, played by Ben Stiller, who must reluctantly travel to rural Ohio to look after his 4 rambunctious nephews after the parents die in a car accident. Oh, well, that doesn't sound like a comedy to me. What begins a 3-day trip to find foster care turns into weeks of farm life mayhem, and the realization that he doesn't need to find them a home, they found one for him. Okay, so basically he's trying to get rid of the kids after their parents die, and then he discovers that, actually I kind of like these kids, and he wants to takes care of them himself. That's a feel-good story. It feels like it could be that, dealing with some dark subject matter with the parents dying in the beginning, but why is Sandra playing there? Sandra distracted me. But Ben Stiller, I don't know. We'll have to see. You guys know my apprehensions. I already said it. Next. Godzilla Minus One is getting a black and white re-release in Japan. Well, could that work in black and white? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. I think it's kind of maybe a little bit of a frivolous re-release to try to cash in and make more money. Hey, you do what you want to do. I do like black and white when a film is shot for black and white. as much as I like movies like The Mist, what was the other one that they try to do black and white? I forget not 300. Was it 300? Where they just try to make it all black and white, and it's kind of like it wasn't shot for black and white. So it's kind of like Godzilla minus one wasn't shot for black and white. It means you light differently, and you're allowed to get away with some things by not caring about what light is bouncing off of stuff and reflecting off stuff, right? It would just be a picture that's black and white, and you'd miss some of the depth of richness of the black and white that you could capitalize on if you were shooting it for black and white, right? The Mist did that. What else did that? They re-released a black and white version of it. Was it one of Tim Burton's films? Anyway, it could maybe benefit from it, but I don't know. I want to watch it again. Godzilla minus one is going to go down as one of my favorite movies of the year, no doubt about that. It's probably going to be, I don't know if it's going to crack the top 5, but it's fighting to get in there. I got to start thinking about that list too. I only got 11 days left in this year. Got to start thinking about composing some of these movies into a list. Next, Zack Snyder says Rebel Moon director's cut is almost like a different movie. No, stop it, Zack Snyder. This is exactly what's wrong with him as a filmmaker. Because if you're saying that the director's cut is a totally different movie, just like the way that Justice League was, what are you doing? Why are we not getting that film that you want us to see? You went to Netflix because you wanted to have more creative control over it. So what do you mean a totally different movie? Like, let's talk about director's cuts here. Aliens benefits, I believe, by some of the extended material about the daughter and stuff like that, James Cameron stuff. But it also has stuff in there where it's kind of like, we don't need to see the colony, Newt's parents going out to the derelict ship and stuff. We don't need to see all of that. All of that being cut out was fine. But it does have a few scenes in there with the daughter and stuff like that. And her realizing that because it ties back into how she relates to Newt later on. And I like the automatic guns in the hallway and stuff like that. But if you cut it out, it doesn't become a different film, right? Zack Snyder, I don't know why you can't deliver what you want us to see in the first go around here. And it's frustrating because a lot of us are going to be watching Rebel Moon tomorrow or tomorrow's Thursday. Sorry. I think early release is tomorrow, but there's also going to be I'll have to figure out if we're seeing it tomorrow night or on Friday. No, I can't see it tomorrow night. It'll have to be on Friday when we watch Rebel Moon. But I also want to get out to see Poor Things on Friday. It's so busy. But we will be watching it in the next couple of days, guys, Rebel Moon. And that's the cut that most of us will watch. And the Snyder fans will be like, well, that's just, if we don't like it, well, it's because we didn't get to see the true version. So what is this? What's this headline? Is this damage control? Because Rebel Moon bombed at the tomato meter, right? When it debuted with a 22% or something, which is up to 24% now. Some pundits have seen it in the theater. I would prefer to see it in theater, but it's not playing anywhere near me. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Again, guys. And it better not end with like a part 1 kind of logo at the end. If it does, I'm gonna be just like, you know, this is what's destroying the theatrical experience. Stop chopping what a movie should be into 2 parts. Don't do that. All right? I'm sick of it. I'm tired of that. I don't want that anymore. If you can't tell it cohesively in the first 2 hours, a cohesive narrative, what are you doing? His version of Star Wars. We'll have to see. But this kind of thing, it nettles me. It ruffles my feathers. almost like a different movie. How? Are you saying that you cut out a whole bunch of stuff that makes it totally different? It's not an extended cut of this movie, Snyder said. It's almost like a different movie. It's almost like a different universe that the R-rated cut lives in. The reason for that is because it's such a philosophical thing to shoot the director's cut of a movie before you finish the version. All my director's cuts existed as a response to the things that were demanded of me to take out of the theatrical version, right? What? But the demand was never really made. So then why didn't you just give us your version straight up first? It's on Netflix, so you can put out a 3-hour film on Netflix. It better not be a 4-hour cut. It better not be. Shame on you, Zack Snyder, if it is. All right. Talking about Star Wars. Star Wars episodes 10, 11, and 12. Should Lucasfilm make another trilogy? Well, you sort of already are unofficially if you're going to be making that Rey movie about her developing the next Jedi Order. That's episode 10. I don't know why they wouldn't put that moniker on it. Probably because they only expected the Rey movie to be a one-off. And they're approaching it the exact same way that they were Force Awakens. Oh, we made one good movie. Let's bring in somebody else to maybe extend it and do whatever they want with it. It's like, no, guys. If you're going to make the Rey movie, I don't understand why studios don't do this. Commission writers to make all 3 scripts. And whatever director comes in, he can add his personal touches on it. But he doesn't get to dramatically change the story. He doesn't get to do that. You're hiring a director to come in and direct that project, not come in and create the project. That's what Star Wars needs to do, right? Anyway, that's where I feel. Star Wars has always been a franchise of trilogies, yes. And you know what they need to do? Okay, so they made Solo, fine. It was kind of like a prequel to A New Hope. And then they did Rogue One, which is definitely a prequel to New Hope. Could that be a trilogy? I don't know. What they need to do is make Shadows of the Empire. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. But you guys know how I feel about this. They say that even the Rey movie is not going to be the next one. It's going to be the Mandalorian movie. But I don't even know if that one's going to happen because there's been some kind of chaff this week about it. Dave Filoni not being ready to make his movie yet. I don't know. Well, because, James, there were talks that they were going to make Mandalorian Season 4 into the movie. The thing is that things have been going down, because I liked Ahsoka. I really, really liked Ahsoka. But the ratings have been going down. People have been starting to tune out. And where's Mandalorian going? Except for Bo-Katan retaking Mandalore. After that, what else is there to do in that story? Right? I don't know. We'll have to see. Next. The Strangers, Chapter 1 gets May 2024 release date. New teaser unleashed. Oh, we got a new teaser? This is the Rennie Harlin. Now, he did develop, because he wanted to make a trilogy of The Strangers, he did develop at least treatments for the 3 movies that he wants to make. What's this? So, home invasion. This girl is the main character. They try to come in. The Strangers, Chapter 1. May 17th. Whoops, you guys can't see that. May 17th. Now, I didn't mind the first one. I liked the second one because of Christina Hendricks. But then after she expired, it was kind of like, it was a rinse and repeat, and it was kind of like, meh. Right? This one, I just don't want a rinse and repeat of this, the masked people taking on a different home with different people. If it's that kind of story again, I don't know. I hope they try to develop a little bit more about the mythos. Do we need to know who they are? No, but you can still have that mystery of we're slowly about to discover them, but it gives us kind of like red herrings. That's fine with me. I don't know. We'll have to see. Harlan emphasizes that the film is not a replacement for the original, but rather a deep dive into unanswered questions and exploring the mystery behind the stranger's actions. Well, because they're sickos and they get pleasure from torturing, brutally killing other people. At least that's what the first film established, right? We'll have to see. After IJ5, Lucasfilm might go on hiatus. Indiana Jones 5. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Sorry, guys. Um, I gotta go turn on my oven. Un momento. Oops, that's not what I want. Break. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Where are we at? We're talking about horror. Next, The Walking Dead. Sorry, the Hollywood. The One Who Lives image gives a look at return of Pollyanna McIntosh as Jadis. Now, guys, I will be watching this series because it brings back Rick. And he's the whole reason why I watched Walking Dead in the first place. And when they stopped having him in the series is when I pretty much stopped watching the show. And I got nothing against Pollyanna McIntosh. I've got a small crush on her, I would say, perhaps. Yes, no, yes, yes. Uh, no? There she is, right there. Yeah, because she was part of his departure, right? She was with him when he got taken away by the bad guys or whatever. Okay. When does this come out? February? 6 episodes. So it's only 6 episodes. Remember when they were going to do like Rick spin-off movies and stuff like that? Andrew Lincoln wanted to take time off the show anyway because he wanted to, well, raise a family. It just they sat on it way too long. Yeah, that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. Next, Matthew Perry's overdose will it villainize ketamine treatment? Yeah. So it's come out that he was heavily saturated with ketamine, which I think was a treatment for depression. Yes. Um, yeah. So he was still struggling a bit with his um, mental health, right? So will it? It'll definitely give. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Sorry, I've got nothing else on that one. What's next? I think that's it. All right, guys. Let's set this up. Let's set this up. Now, guys, I think you know that I was a big fan of Alice Eve in the Star Trek movies that she has appeared in, but she's also a really good actress beyond that stuff. She's got a new movie called Cult Killer out. I thought we would take a look at this trailer at normal speed. Also starring Antonio Banderas. Cool. Let's check it out.
So what's it like being a private investigator?
The job is lonely. You're set up for hours watching.
I like her work. She's actually talented. She was really good in Replicas with Keanu Reeves.
I'll show you how to run the business, how to protect yourself, how to shoot.
Okay.
Well, let me introduce you
So
to Cassie
Banderas
Holt.
Hi.
trains
She's
her.
a colleague of my friend, Mikhail Tellini. I hereby appoint you, Cassie Holt, special investigator to the murder of a brother investigator.
Whatever they were looking for, I'm guessing they didn't find.
Continue tracking the money trail.
Did it say anything about a hidden room?
Not
Living room? Well, it's not really hidden if he's
I've
got
never seen anything like this in my life.
a doorknob. But it looks like she's the main character, which is good. She deserves to be the lead.
It's a murder. That hardly ever happens in Holland.
The last time a private investigator solved a murder was never.
Maybe not, but I promise you that I will.
Yeah, I'm in love with her.
You stabbed 8 times.
Sorry.
In broad daylight. Oh my God. You
Chilling
sell them for
pursuit.
money. When does this end?
The monster look like everyone else out there. The predator's strength is camouflage.
I'm gonna find you.
Don't let the monster win.
No, never
I think it's
again.
wanting to have a tough edge,
Obsessed.
kind of like Reptile. I just don't know if it's going to be gritty enough. Maybe.
I'm gonna kill you.
Cult Killer. So what are people saying about this in the comments? This looks good, but I am sad to see Alice Eve hitting the inevitable wall. She's still lovely though, and I hope she ages gracefully. I love this video so much. Okay, so not much people's responding to it. Let's go over to the IMDb. Post-production. When a renowned private investigator is murdered, his protege takes on the case. So she's the protege, okay? As her investigation unfolds, she is forced into a dangerous alliance with his killer to uncover the town's grisly secrets and bring justice. Bring justice to his victims. All right, so Alice Eve, Shelley Henning, Nick Dunning. Anybody else jump off? Paul Reed. Nobody else really jumps off the page at me here. But I am curious about it because of Alice Eve. What else has she got going? Hopefully she's got more than just this in the works. She deserves it. Yes, yes. Cult Killer, Take Cover, post-production. Belgravia, the next chapter TV series in production. Okay, so she's doing some TV work. Nothing wrong with that. You know what she would be awesome in? She would be nice to have in Barbie 2. Barbie Part 2 with Alice Eve. Yeah, she could play a version of Barbie. Why not? Maybe she's like the evil Barbie. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Ooh, Jamesy. Now that's fire. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I got in the can today. I'm going to look at the Twitterverse. I just got to go put some tart shells into the oven. Be right back. All right, it's multitasking. It's a multitasking type of day. All right. Yes. Survivor tomorrow, guys. I don't know. I wanted to start it like really early, like 9:30ish, but it may start at the regular time because I am going to have to do an extended grocery shopping tomorrow for all of the holidays ingredients. So that could take a while if I have to jump around to other stores to pick up the exact items that I need. And I'm going to do that probably fairly early in the morning, like around 8:30ish. So hopefully Survivor will start on time. If not, it'll be tomorrow for sure anyway. It'll be tomorrow for sure. Looking forward to it. I already got the thumbnail for it, so I'm going to probably post the thumbnail for it tonight. And then tomorrow morning we'll be watching the finale. Actually, can I give you guys a brief glimpse of what the thumbnail is? It's nothing, yeah, I can do that. Just give you guys a quick glimpse, because I do have it updated. There's my Wonka review is up on the channel right now, guys. Boy and the Heron review also, Godzilla -1 and The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, as well as my live reaction to Leave the World Behind. But yes, tomorrow, episode 13, the finale. Who's going to win? I think it's going to be D. D's probably going to win. Unless they get her out tomorrow. Unless they get her out in the 5th spot. They'll have 2 chances to try to get rid of D. If they can't, she'll win. We'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, we're in the midst of watching Hell's Kitchen. I haven't looked at the schedule for Hell's Kitchen, so I don't know if it's continuing this week. It probably will have an episode this week. I just don't know if it'll have one next week or not. I'll have to wait and see. All right. Let's go over to the Twitterverse just quickly here while I round things up. Yeah, I'm sorry that it was a bit of a slap together show, but it is what it is. We got to roll with the punches these days. It's the holiday season, you know, we got things to do. Nicole Kidman. She's going to be in Aquaman 2 tomorrow. She's out doing some press for Explat, whatever that is. Stunning as always. Regal. She's regal, right? Next, Warner Bros. Discovery and Paramount are discussing potential merge. Well, good. Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach attending Billy Joel concert after getting married. Oh, they were married? I didn't authorize that. How dare they? Next. The idea of you starring Anne Hathaway and Nicholas Galitzine will be released on Prime May 2nd. Okay. God, for God's sakes, Anne Hathaway, you take that picture, unbelievable. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse wins Best Animated Film. Okay. Probably will. American Fiction. Oh, yeah. American Fiction also opens up on the weekend, too, guys. Oh, I'm going to be in the theater. I got to be in the theater all weekend. Pretty much, right? All of Us, Strangers, whatever, Past Lives. So just some winners. This is the main reason why I want to watch American Fiction, right there. Jeffrey Wright. Because I want to see him maybe give Paul Giamatti a run for his money in Best Actor awards. And I think he will. Oh, yeah. Red One that they've been filming. I thought they wrapped on that months ago. Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans will be released in theaters November 15th, 2024. The film is described as a big, fun, action-packed, fresh new take on Christmas. The Jumanji meets Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah, it's like 2 warring dads trying to get the toy for their kid or something like that, right? Leah Sava Jeffries on being cast as Annabeth. I listen to people, oh yeah, I'll address that one later. The cast for Mean Girls on Entertainment Weekly. And Iron Claw opens up this weekend too. That's right, Iron Claw. Ryan Gosling has released a new music video for Merry Christmas Barbie version of I'm Just Ken. Okay, cool. Can't listen to it because copyright issues. I will on my own time. BAFTA Awards. New poster for Ferrari. I hear good things about Penelope Cruz in that. And one of my favorite actresses right now, Shailene Woodley. Ken, the EP featuring 4 versions of I'm Just Ken. The Merry Christmas version, the I'm Feeling acoustic version, Purple Disco Machine remix. Well, if that's your bag. If that's your bag. All right, guys, we've been running for 46 minutes. I know it's a bit of a shorter show, but you got something today, at least from me. So we'll have to see how that goes for the rest of the day. I got to take care of some stuff in the oven by putting in some tarts and stuff. So hit the thumbs up. Join us tomorrow for Survivor, and I'll see you next time here on Mirror Domains.